All
Mm,
right, I think we're good to go.
Okay.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Untroubled podcast. I'm Bullsareblue, and I'm here with the Raxner himself, Thraxter47 or Zeus.
Hello. Yep. Hello.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've recorded a podcast. I think it's been uh, God, it feels like months now. I think it's been like maybe half a year. I could be wrong. I'll probably like
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I'll probably fact check myself later. But how you been,
Yeah.
Zeus? How do you feel that this is the 20th episode of the podcast?
Well, it has been a while since we've been able to do this, and I've kind of missed it, and I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, guys, this is like our second time recording it. So
Uh, yeah, had a little mess up last time.
yeah. Okay, so just
Sorry
to
about that.
just be a little factual about this. Last time we had uploaded the Untroubled podcast, or I have, was back in December 25th of 2021. So it's been more than a year.
Mm.
So yeah, but we got a lot of things to talk about. Hopefully, it's fun, it's enjoyable, and well, actually, maybe you guys will learn something new about some of the stuff we talk about.
Mm.
Head over to our sponsor. No, I'm kidding.
One day, one day, bro.
One day it'll go down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, one day that'll happen.
yeah. So obviously, prior to this, we had, like I said, we had another recording session, but to say the least, my footage got corrupted. So there's a there's quite a lot of bits and pieces that are not, or better yet, none of it's there. So we're just
Mm.
starting from scratch a couple months after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, without further ado, I think we should just get into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the first thing we were going to talk about was the 6ix9ine situation.
Oh yeah, the 6ix9ine situation has spiraled up about mostly everything. For people who don't know, 6ix9ine got jumped at a gym.
Yep.
Um, there has been video footage, of him actually, getting jumped, and like the guys. It was like two guys, if I'm not mistaken, and pretty much he got jumped at the gym, and they're kind of like just being the living shit out of him. And once he gets up, the guy who was recording the whole thing, he starts to tell him that I'm your biggest fan. Can I get a handshake or something? And 6ix9ine was pretty much telling him like, bro, you just saw me get jumped and you're over here trying to act all cool with me. Like, fuck you, no. And like he just pretty much walks out of the bathroom and just he's um I guess not embarrassed, but no, I guess you could say embarrassed, but he was mostly just I guess nervous in the situation because I mean it
Yeah.
was two guys against one guy, which I do blame his security. How come they didn't go in and help him out? And obviously the internet has been taking it a bit. I guess
Oh
you
yeah.
could say yeah, just pretty much shitting on him, and it is kind of funny because well if you don't know, he used to, go online and pretty much preach about like he was untouchable. He's the king of New York.
Hmm.
He isn't afraid, and pretty much this happened, and he kind of the rat sort of, went down. The rat king.
Yep.
Yeah, and the thing is about 6ix9ine. He fell. He like fell, and if you look at anything that he's been recently doing, he's just been hanging out with Steve will do it if anybody who doesn't know who Steve will do it is, he's pretty much he was part of the Nelk Boys,
Yeah.
but now he's kind of doing his own thing, and he kind of got his YouTube banned, but then he got it back again. So
Holy shit.
he kind of got it back, and he still kind of does he still kind of does content with 6ix9ine. That's why he hasn't been really doing music because I'm guessing he's just been with Steve and he
Yeah.
kind of just isn't every video with Steve. But I wanted to ask Bruce, what did you think of the video when he got jumped?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw the video, I was like, "Fuck." Well, I mean, he kind of got okay. Like, obviously, he was trying to save his ass from going
Mm.
to jail and whatnot. But I mean, at the same time, like, he kind of had to know that he had it coming to him, regardless. Like, it is kind of a bad thing because not everybody wants to have their name out there, or they don't want their names being put out. Like, I think that some of them kind of were still on the down low, and then when 6ix9ine exposed them, they kind of put a big target on your back. Like you got to be very careful with that. Now,
Mhm.
to say that he got what he deserved, I guess if you're going into the terms of like, oh, the dude stitched on me, right?
Mhm.
But I bet if anybody was in his shoes, they probably would have done the same thing, unless they were like really like, I'm gonna go go in the slammer forever. Like,
I
say,
mean, the thing is, the dude who pretty much jumped him was was one of the dudes that he put in prison, you
yeah,
know, and he kind of just got payback in his own way. It was kind of weird. If you seen the video, there's an like a other video where he's like humping him and like he's pretty much trying to I don't know, do some weird shit to him, and
yeah,
it was kind of weird. It was like, all right, bro, just just you hitting him and just beating the shit out of him was just enough. Not doing what you were just doing right now. It was kind of weird, but I guess it makes sense because he 6ix9ine is a rat. He kind of ratted out on his people,
yeah.
and it was coming towards him. It was eventually going to come bite him back.
Yeah, I mean,
And it was
he had to have known that like it was gonna. You had to be like more careful than ever.
like, yeah, he would say, "I'm untouchable, I'm unstoppable," and we clearly you weren't. And I gotta blame the security. His security was just shit. Where were they at that moment? I mean,
The
come on.
gym, like,
In the gym too, bro. It's one of those things. It's like, oh my god. It's. I thought it would never happen somewhere like that at the
mm,
gym. That's crazy. Especially, it's where a place to go work out, and you never expect something like that to happen at the gym,
yeah,
especially a celebrity or I guess an artist to get jumped. You know, um, I do feel like he might press charges against the guy. He's pretty much gonna send him back to jail.
yeah,
Which I hope the dude got his satisfaction of doing that, because bro, you got out of jail, now you're gonna go back in.
hmm
And won't lie to you, the shit that 6ix9ine was wearing, those shorts, was kind of fruity. Like, bro, if you seen the video, his shorts are like up to his private area or close there. Like, it was just too short.
yeah,
And I was just like, who wears shorts like that? I think the worst part of this, there's been this recent post that his baby mama,
yeah.
and she pretty much said that she was embarrassed and disappointed what 6ix9ine did, because her daughter is gonna grow up to see what his dad has pretty much gone through and what recently just happened.
I mean,
And to be honest, she really shouldn't feel that embarrassed. I understand how she took that,
mm,
but have to be fair, Lena Rhodes, the famous porn star, she's recently said that she's not really affected by the
mm,
comments that people say about her son having to grow up knowing that her mom his mom is a whore pretty much. And that kind of hurts more.
mm,
That's more embarrassing because pretty much like Lena Rhodes is pretty she's a shitty person because from what I heard, she went to this one party and started doing cocaine.
yeah,
Um, and I was like, well, why is she not with her son? Why is she not taking care of her son? Why is she at like this party doing this shit?
Yeah.
But I guess fame tends to get to you. Um, and it's just not just Lana Rhodes. It's Riley Reid. She's kind of having to go through the effects of being a porn star and having her son growing up to know she's a porn star, and it's kind of like I'm guessing that's worse than what 6ix9ine is going through, because well, the only thing 6ix9ine has done is just pretty much act like an idiot and just completely do what Riley Reid and Lana Rhodes have done. And I don't know, I think the Lana Rhodes thing is pretty bad, Bruce.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you look at it like in this perspective, like 6ix9ine, he has done some stupid shit. Like the shit he has done is pretty embarrassing, but you know, it was stuff that he did when he was young, and what can you say, man? When you're young, you tend to do a lot of stupid shit,
Oh yeah, of
right?
course.
But what Lana Rhodes and Riley Reid kind of have to go through,
Yeah.
it is sad because they're how are they gonna tell their children that they were once cam girls and used to fuck dudes for money, but
Mm.
that's it's something that they're gonna have to go through. And I don't know, like Bruce, what do you think about the his baby mama responding to that?
I'll be honest. She probably just mad. She probably has like that old school, like super old school, like machismo shit of like, oh, my man got beat, and like this is an embarrassment to our to the family and whatnot. Like high key, I feel like she just feels like, you know, she could her quote unquote like man, right,
Mm-hmm.
can't throw down or defend himself. Now, obviously,
Oh yeah.
it's kind of because I mean it's kind of hard to I mean because the size of the dude, right?
He's pretty
I'm
tough.
not saying it's impossible, but it's kind of difficult to fight someone bigger than you.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I think we've all I've had my fair share in football where I had to go against dudes that were like much bigger than me. I won some, I lost some, but just what it is. But like I don't know, I think she's exaggerating. To set an example, I mean he's gonna win. 6ix9ine is probably gonna win in the end, essentially, because the dude's gonna go to jail for maybe a long time. And like I don't know how it could be an embarrassment. I mean, there's probably worse people that have a more embarrassing history than 6ix9ine. Let's be honest. I mean, like you said, Lana Rhodes, she's a porn star. She's been fucked. Her face is on the internet. Her coochie's in the internet. Her tits are in the internet. Her ass is in the internet for anybody to watch. I mean, it's like saying like, for example, like Kim K. Like she got her fame from sex too.
Yeah.
Then her mom profited, and then a bunch of other shit. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it should be justified that she said that like, oh, this is a bad example. Because I mean, come on, like, I bet if like she was in that same situation, she wouldn't want that. Oh well, my wife can't or my baby mama can't defend herself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
shit, she's an embarrassment to my daughter. Like, I can't believe she gave birth to my child. Like, that's the same energy. Like,
Yeah.
she wouldn't want that.
I Nah, and I think that I think it's a thing that you know he's probably gonna have to struggle through because of what has happened.
Mm.
And however, if he has responded, or if he hasn't, I'm gonna take the he hasn't responded because I haven't heard anything. But if he does eventually respond,
Yeah.
I would I would assume he takes it, in a way that he's very respectful and more mature about it. Not how how he's reacted in the past. But just gonna probably think he's gonna act the way he's always acted. But
Oh yeah, most
it's
definitely.
it's kind of like it's been so not long, but it's been a while since this dude has been brought up because he really fell. If you don't,
Yeah,
he fell once, then he fell again. It's like, Jesus. Because the only thing he's really well known for right now is being in Steel Will Do Its content videos, and it's probably the only thing he's, you know, doing. Not even music. If you look at his recent um video on YouTube, like his music video, it's probably from like 2 years ago or 1 year ago.
yeah,
Yeah, so the guy hasn't been really doing music from what I know, which I'm pretty sure. But you want to say anything else about the 6ix9ine thing?
yeah. I think well, obviously,
Yeah,
just to sum it up, like dude's gonna go to jail. 6ix9ine's gonna go on with his
yeah,
life, and he probably just
and he's gonna be reminded about that moment and how he pretty much how he acted.
yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, the other topic that we were going to talk about was the Moist Critical versus Sneako thing.
Yep, it's
So
interesting.
it is very interesting because this has been going on for a while.
Yeah,
For the people who don't know who Moist Critical is, he's a big YouTuber right now. Back then he was a YouTuber, well known, but not a lot of people knew him back then. How until today. And recently, there's been a lot of drama between him and Sneako, and he's a old YouTuber too. Sneako, he joined YouTube back in 2013,
yeah,
if I remember. Yeah, and his videos were mostly kind of like philosophical and very deep thinking of he kind of did, like, I guess in a sense, talk about very serious situations in life,
yeah,
and he kind of just turned out to be a very shitty person, Sneako. And so the way this whole thing happened was a couple months back when Moist Critical made a video on Fresh and Fit. It was about this one dude, forgot his name. He was pretty much explaining how he pretty much gets bitches,
yeah,
and how he met this one celebrity, and pretty much Moist Critical just pretty much said that he never did any of these things, and it was just a complete lie. Right? That was the whole video, and Sneako, turns out he was friends with them, and he didn't like the video that Moist Critical did. He didn't really think it was funny. He didn't think it was anything like good about it, and so he responded back by pretty much shitting on him and his girlfriend. How um pretty much saying that it was like an open relationship or something.
yeah,
It was like it was pretty bad, just pretty much going after his personal life. And Moist Critical responded back by saying that you're mad that I went after your homie, and you responded in the worst way possible. And he pretty much goes the list of saying that you're a cuck and you're a pedo for liking cuties.
mm-hmm.
So that was his response. Of course, Nico didn't take it very well. He kind of went a little crazy, if I remember correctly. Um, he sort of responded back by showing a gun
Yeah,
in his stream and kind of flashing it around, saying that he's pretty much threatening to take his life.
mm-hmm.
And in the video, he shows like the mags as how Voice Critical explained clips.
Hmm.
Because previously, Voice Critical said that to watch his clips about the video, and Sneako responded back by saying, "You want to watch my clips? Watch my clips. I ain't watching your clips. I'm gonna watch these clips." And of course, Moist Critical had to respond back to him, and well, pretty much it was Moist Critical just pretty much shitting on him pretty bad. Um, Again, like the his second response was just pretty much Moist Critical saying, you're still a cock, and you're pedo for liking cuties, and you've always been a shitty person on YouTube. And kind of had to correct. And one of the main points in that video was having to correct Sneako about the mag thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll say this: he is definitely wrong. That's it's the right way to say mags. Yeah. So Moist Critical was definitely right, but at the end of the day, the whole drama thing is just embarrassing for Sneako because it's like bro can't come up with any criticism. His only way to respond back to um Charlie was I would beat you up in a fight and I would pretty much deck you right in your face. And pretty much in Charlie just said it doesn't matter if you beat me up, you're still a cuck and a pedo. It doesn't change the fact that you're still that. And I mean like I've never watched Sneako. I never heard of him. I did a little research on him, and he was kind of like just a weird guy. He was a weird guy. I'll say that he was a weird guy, and he's just kind of fell. His rise to fame was kind of just so weak, and um. But what did you think of the whole situation, Bruce?
Yeah, like you were mentioning, yeah, Sneako, I think, is pretty much gonna lose this whole time. Like, Moist Critical is kind of like one of those people that everybody kind of ponders to.
Mm.
Now, I'll be honest, I never really have watched Moist Critical's content, but I do know how, no pun intended, how critical his shit is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, he's made several reviews, several entertaining videos, going over certain content, certain videos and whatnot, going over YouTuber situations, and like a bunch of other stuff, right?
Mm.
Now going back to the whole, Sneako thing, yeah, like Sneako, he kind of, I hate to say it, I feel like he, or not that I hate to say it, but I feel like he has the same like mentality as like an Andrew Tate type of guy.
Oh yeah, but he's.
Yeah, but way worse. Like obviously, to some degree, uh, there's some stuff that is good about what
Mm.
Andrew Tate does, but not everything. Which
Mm-hmm.
was in the original podcast, the original one we had recorded about Andrew Tate when he went to jail. But we're not
Yeah.
talking about that though. But
Mm-hmm.
Sneako seemed to be, in that type of area, general area of like,
He's an Andrew Tate clone.
yeah, he's like an Andrew Tate
And,
clone,
and
which,
the thing is, he once brought up, that, oh my god, he's an Andrew Tate clone. Bro, I've been having the same energy for the last 10 years, or like, God knows how long he said before, he met Andrew Tate.
yeah,
I was like, no, no, you didn't. You never had that same mentality as how, you met Andrew. Your whole, little thing of being masculine, that's never been brought up, bro. You've always talked about dumb shit, and you've been always doing one of the worst things in YouTube, bro. I don't think, I genuinely don't think he understands how bullying is. Like, bro says, hey, guys, bring back bullying. Bullying is a good thing. But then the second someone bullies him, he's like, no, guys, that's wrong. You can't do that. I'm offended. You know, And
Yeah,
it's so pussy, bro. Like, how can you say that, bro?
yeah, it's super hypocritical, and I mean, like a lot. That's the thing, right? You got to make sure that you're able to back up that type of statement too, because let's be honest, right? If someone says, "Oh, well, I feel like people should be able to do this," but if it happens to an individual, you better hope that the individual is able to back it, grow a backbone, and be able to handle it.
Hmm.
But going back to, yeah, just I mean, when you explained the whole situation and I saw some of it, yeah, I just thought, yeah, Moist is gonna just wipe the floor with this guy. And, like it's kind of like you mentioned earlier about the whole the clips, mags, and all that shit, and then
Hmm.
the whole cutie situation with him. I thought, oh, bro, this is kind of fucked.
Oh yeah,
It's
let's let's go over the whole cuck and
yeah.
cuties thing.
So
Yeah.
pretty much, if you guys don't know, a cuck is pretty much someone that likes to watch their or their partner getting fucked,
Hmm.
essentially.
Yeah.
So there was a situation where pretty much what you call it, where pretty much apparently Sneako went to a swinger party and he pretty much saw his significant other got fucked or his partner get fucked and whatnot.
Yeah, like he and his girl got into like this one room and there was like a bunch of people. He said how he was pretty much kissing this one girl and he didn't feel comfortable, so he stepped away and then he saw his, girlfriend getting fucked by another guy and he pretty much I don't understand. Moist Critical, thank God for bringing this point up because a lot of people have not been talking about it from the people I've spoken to. Like Sneako obviously didn't like seeing his girlfriend fucked. So why does he, continuously just say, "Hey guys, try it out. You might like it. You might like seeing your girl get fucked by another dude." Like obviously, bro, every time you talk about it, it just angers you. You can hear it in your voice. It's something that you didn't like. So why preach about it as being a good thing?
Yeah, like he's
You
trying
know?
to like from like the way you worded it and the way it sounds like he's trying to play it off as a joke or like make it funny in a sort of way, but it's not really working because it's like he's stabbing his own wound. He's stabbing himself. He's pretty much like inflicting his own pain, pretty much, and it seems like he fucking likes it. But like nobody in the right mind would like. I mean, unless you're into like polyamorous type of relationships, then I guess. But like a lot of individuals would rather be in a mono
Mhm.
monogamous relationship. Which if you don't know, mono means like you and one other person. That's it. Polyamorous is you and all other people. But yeah, going back to that. Yeah, and then well, it keeps being brought up that like Sneako himself is a cuck, which I mean, like you said, he mentioned it several times to other people. Like, oh, you should try it. You should try it.
Mhm.
But like anybody with some self-respect would not do that.
Yeah.
You,
Like look, to be fair, if that's what you like, that's totally fine.
yeah,
Everyone has their own preference, everyone has their own kink. That's fine. If you are cuck, that's fine. If you admit to it, I guess that's fine. There's nothing wrong with you saying you like that. Everyone has, again, like I said, their preference. But Sneako, he clearly didn't like it, so why is he talking about it like, it's a good thing? Like he liked it, you
mm-hmm,
know?
yep.
And
No,
it's like the thing of, don't try to put it on others if they don't want it.
yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, like you said, he's trying to play it off as if oh everybody should try it, but like it's just not working for him, like clearly. Now the other situation, that okay. So if you don't know, there was a couple years ago. I think it was during the pandemic. Uh, there was a show or movie or documentary. I forgot what it was
It was a movie on Netflix.
called Cuties, which pretty much what was the description that Moist gave?
It was pretty much child porn. It
Yeah.
was pretty much uh a lot of it's little girls where they they perform, they do like little dances, and I didn't really understand. It was pretty much the whole thing of the movie was showing them in a very sexualized way, and it's wrong. No matter how you look at it, the
Yeah.
people who made that movie are sick,
Mhm. And
you know,
there's big uproar against
and
it. Well,
yeah, and it just tells you Netflix just it's all about money for them.
yep.
Yeah, and and the worst thing was this man Sneako. You can already guess he liked the movie. He's like, well, if you look away from the child porn thing, it's a really good film. No, it wasn't a good film, bro. I don't know where you get how it was a good film. Like everything that you said is just trying to defend this movie as being like, hey, it's okay to watch girls in a very sexualized way, the little girls. It's not good.
Nope.
It's not good. And there's a reason why it was taken off Netflix.
Mm-hmm. And never
You know?
shown again.
Yeah. And pretty much Moist Critical just calls him out being a pedo. Because he's not wrong. He is defending a fucking movie about child pornography. It's wrong and it's not something good to talk about,
Nope.
you know? And especially how this man goes after people who have different likes, and pretty much shits on them because of what they stand for and what they are. And it's kind of like, bro, you yourself are those people who you talk about. E- Even then, you're probably worser than them, bro. Like, like that guy has lost every credibility. He is such a fucking asshole. He's such a cunt. I never understood why he met Andrew Tate. I genuinely never understood why he met him. Like,
Mm.
I honestly don't like the guy. I've never seen him, and I've never ever watched a clip like a stream of his. The only clip I've ever seen of this guy, it was when he talked about Mr. T Alexify,
Mm.
and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Back on the the thing about him, it's just the whole YouTube community doesn't is all against him and is all sided with Moist Critical.
Yeah.
Obviously, he made up good points against Sneako. His response was just pretty much fight me, because that's a great mentality to have. Just
Yep.
because you beat them up just means that you win the whole. Nope, bro. You're still cuck and you're still pedo.
Yep. And
And
unfortunately, not almost nothing's gonna erase that label from him.
nope. And it really is. He's a terrible, pathetic human being.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody wants to, grow on YouTube and is worried about turning out to be, like this sort of person, don't worry. Sneako is one of those YouTubers, or not even YouTuber. He's one of those people who you literally do not want to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't. And then there's this one recent. I'm just looking at this right now. There's this one recent clip where Aiden Ross and Sneako were talking, and he was pretty much, his own friends, Aiden Ross and his other friends, were pretty much shitting on him. His own friends were shitting on him because of, he's being a cuck. He's being a fucking weirdo, and no one has his back. He complains about having Moist Critical in the, I think on the stream. He didn't want to talk to him for obvious reasons. Moist Critical obviously has previously wanted to talk to him, but obviously Sneako doesn't want to
Mm.
for his many reasons he might have. It's still, how can he say, hey, how come you're not joining the stream, man? How come you're not joining the chat? You haven't even responded to him. you know, and it's like this guy has gone worse. You know, I think he's been one of the worst people on social media
Yeah.
to ever be on, because I mean honestly I guess I can't speak too much on it because, well, Moist Critical had a lot of more good points than I have. It's pretty much, you know, at the end of the day, like me and Bruce just said, he is just a pathetic human being.
Hmm.
And, you know, he will continue to be that. Who knows what's up for him in the future, but, you know, he's, for right now, me and Bruce do not like that guy. He's a total fucking asshole and idiot. I hate him. I hate him. Do not like
Oh yeah, most definitely.
him. So the other topic we wanted to talk about was the YouTube um, situation that me and Bruce have had recently.
So, would you want to go first on that, or would you want me to go
No,
for
no,
it?
go first, yeah.
So, uh, previously, I think it was during a couple months, not a couple months, like a month ago, or within the last month, I had pretty much been streaming and whatnot. Obviously, a bit consistent, which if you guys haven't like and subscribe, but I've been streaming a lot. Been streaming with a lot of people, and unfortunately, one of my streams got hit with a community guideline strike, which means from what was yesterday, the 27th of March of this
Hmm.
year, 2023, till the following Tuesday, which is April 4th. I can't upload, stream, or post uh, from that period of time. Like right now, I'm just trying to edit, trying to put up videos, trying to make shorts and other stuff, so I could like somewhat try to catch up to whatever I'm doing. Because I'm gonna be honest, it fucking sucks. Uh, but yeah, I got to be honest. I reviewed the video. Zeus was there, and Haley was there with Scarlet Corpse. Um, we all saw the video, and even though we kind of saw what it was, there wasn't really anything that should have been like, you know, alarming essentially. But YouTube, I appealed it, and they said, nope, you're the strike stays. You won't be able to do a thing for a week. So I'm currently just in a situation where I'm just trying to do my best to make stuff whilst waiting to go back to streaming because I love streaming personally. Uh,
Hmm.
it's difficult. I mean, Zeus heard me earlier. I was going insane
Yeah.
earlier in the day. I felt like Ric Flair when he and Kurt Angle combined when they're on Percocet. You know Perk Angle. He's fucking wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zeus, what happened to you?
So when I was I guess streaming this one, think it was when I had to take down my Thick Soul stream. Um when I was trying to privatize the stream, I looked at the dashboard and it said that I had a warning, and I was kind of like, "What is this?" And it turns out that this one stream that I did back in like 2001 or 20, um, or hold on, let me see when Dying Light
Yeah,
came out, because it was something about that. It was one of those streams. It was back in 2022. So it was like actually last year. um, it turns out that stream got a community guidelines, you know, warning, and it was just like it wasn't a strike, but it was just giving me a warning to, you know, not do that again because of hate speech. Now, it doesn't really tell me where I said, you know, anything about hate
which
speech.
is quite a problem to be honest.
Yeah, because it's something that, you know, Bruce has struggled with too, the hate speech. But they don't
The
like the thing
past
about Mm.
Yeah, the past two times, or the warning and the strike I got were both hate speech, but they never gave us a timestamp of exactly when it was.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of just tell you, hey, look through it, try to figure it out.
Try, yeah, just look through where we saw the supposed you know, hate speech. It doesn't even tell you where. You
Mm-hmm.
have to go. It makes you go through. I think that's such an asshole move of YouTube. It makes you go through the whole thing just to see, or for you to guess. Oh, okay. Well, I'm okay. It was probably this, and then they probably might hit you back with the no, it wasn't this. You have to go through it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, just tell me so I can just probably just cut that part out, or just
Yeah,
be reasonable about the situation.
the
Yeah.
unfortunate thing is that like it do, they don't tell you, and like even if you try to like appeal it, like once you try to appeal it and they say no, it's over, it's there. Like you can't do anything after that,
Yeah.
and that fucking sucks. Cause like personally for me, like I want to be something big. Like Zeus definitely has like that mentality as well that we want to make something out of what we're creating, but it kind of sucks that we have to wait or we're not informed exactly where exactly said
The
things
only
happened.
the only things that they just told us, the policy of YouTube is the age, disability, and ethnicity. I think I said
I
that
could probably pull it up
right.
real quick.
Yeah, race, nationality, sex slash gender, sexual orientation, shit like that.
So let me see. So
And
the
to
whole
be fair,
mhm.
um, this is pretty bad because, well, if there's nothing around this stream that has anything towards hate speech, um, why would they take it down?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like my stream. It's sort of like it's an old stream, so I don't doubt that mine had a lot of shit to say. But the thing I don't understand is why take that one down if not take down my Call of Duty, Modern Warfare streams, because in those streams there's like a shit ton of hate speech, to be honest.
Mhm.
And it kind of, I would have been a little more angry if it was my second stream, um which is one of the streams that I got the most views on. It's kind of like one of the things that I had start my YouTube, I guess, in a way, because it was something that it had most views, and I kind of liked that stream because um for that reason. And I think it's a little stupid of YouTube trying to take down that stream instead of the Modern Warfare streams.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
the
So
thing, yeah.
also, if you're wondering what is constituted as hate speech, it's promoting violence or hatred against individuals or groups based on age, caste, disability, ethnicity, gender identity and expression, nationality, race, immigration status, religion, sex, gender, sexual orientation, victims of a major violent event and their kin, or veteran status, which, by the way, there wasn't any in my strike. So it just sucks, pretty much. But go on, Zeus.
Well, I mean, like you said, your stream, I just don't understand why they would take it down. It kind of sucks because he had his first strike now, and it's like horrible. Um, we've been, well, I don't know about Bruce, but I've been considering probably streaming by myself. Um, because the thing is that me and Bruce, when we stream, we have our friends. We love our friends. There's never a doubt that we would hate them, but it's not about not having them in the stream. It's about, trying not to get in that situation again.
Yep.
And to be honest, it's like there's this one particular person that was in that stream that it was, had to be taken down. It was our friend Gio, and pretty much Gio was saying some misogynistic things. Um, I wasn't in that stream. All I heard was, that, Gio was saying some really fucked up shit against women, and Haley kind of, Scarlet Corpse had to clap back at him because, she says that, Gio was rude to her, and, I guess that was, her way of saying, hey, fuck you, little shit, I hate you. But, to be fair, he is a kid, and he is going to, say dumb shit. Like this one time, I remember he said something on Bruce's live chat that Bruce couldn't say, and I had to look at what he put, and it was kind of like very, very racist. I won't go too in on what he said exactly. It was just pretty much to do with slavery, and it was just, yeah,
But
it wasn't
now,
good.
does it excuse him from what he said? No, but he's a dumb teenager right now, and I kind of get it. We kind of say stupid shit when we're young, and whatnot. But I've already talked to him. By the way, this does not give an open invitation to go do anything to him. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he made a mistake. I already talked to him. We're good. So please don't direct anything terrible towards him. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he's a kid. He's learning. He learned his lesson already.
Yeah, and not it's not just him. It's us. I guess just me and Haley and Mark. Look, we I'll speak for me and Bruce. We love Haley and Mark, but there's some things that that is brought up on the stream, and it's very, very bad. It sounds bad. I know it's a joke, but just clearly as YouTube sees it, it doesn't take it as a joke, and people probably might react to it in a different way. Um, that's why I have, personally me have decided to probably stream alone. I will definitely try to stream with my friends, but the thing is, it's just I don't want something like that to happen. Because the amount of shit that Mark says, I love the guy, but like, bro just talks about very hateful, well, not hateful thing. He just talks about very controversial shit. It's
Yep.
very bad. And Haley just pretty much acting or asking stupid shit,
Yeah.
or third, she's just I guess being herself, just talking about what happened and how what happened throughout her day and what she what happened with this specific person that she talked to. And most of the times, if you heard the streams, it kind of goes a little deep, and it's kind
Yeah.
of like it shouldn't be put in the stream. Like there's one thing that she talked about, the orgy thing. Remember that?
Orgy.
Yeah.
Uh.
There was something about that sort of thing, and I said on the stream that I was embarrassing,
Mhm. Oh,
and
I remember now. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I'm not gonna give the details. Sorry, stream. Sorry,
yeah.
people. But
It pretty much I said that I was embarrassed. She pretty much does shit like that, and I like Haley. She's very funny. She's a very smart, you know, woman.
yeah,
But she just she says one particular word that is not okay for our streams. She'll probably deny it. I'm not gonna say it though,
yeah.
but it's a word that me and Bruce have, sort of, kind of got problems with.
We've been very critical
And
about it,
I'll be fair. I've said it too. I said it on my streams too. I said it on his streams.
and I've
And
scolded. quite a few people because of it.
Yeah, and I've previously I've promised Bruce that I wouldn't say it, but have I said it in your streams, Bruce? Because I've not said it on your streams, no.
Yeah, a few times. But
Yeah, like,
I mean, you. Uh, okay, so
no,
maybe
no,
maybe it's because
be
I
honest.
can't keep. Maybe I'm not keeping count, or I feel like I have kept count, but I do feel like she has said it more often than
Me?
you,
Yeah.
especially recently. But
Well, yeah.
and and again, Haley, if you're watching this part, listen. I'm sorry, but
You,
it is kind of true. But I do forgive you though.
mhm. And it's kind of like Haley. It's I say too. Don't worry. But I've sort of stopped in a sense of not saying it on stream. Um, but just to bring that up again, that the word obviously is very sensitive against every social media platform, and it's not something that's always good to bring up. Um, I will say that YouTube as a whole is pretty much fucked.
Yep.
We would understand that YouTube gives us the strikes for doing shit like that. But if it's giving us strikes for the dumbest shit ever that has nothing to do with hate speech, then what's the point of even uploading? It's like, how
Yeah.
can you trust a platform when it says that it's free to talk about anything?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Before
But
before we go into the next topic, do you want to take a piss break or
oh yeah.
yeah? All right, I'll pause it. Okay, we are go.
Oh
All right, so we're good to go.
yeah.
So yeah, summarize
Mhm.
it. Uh, we're trying to be more careful, essentially, with everything going
Yeah,
on.
we're trying to be careful with how we approach now with streaming, and
Yep,
we appreciate our friends. We love them,
yep,
but uh, I'll speak for me and Bruce. We are trying to take this carefully and very responsibly.
and I know they'll probably do the same. They'll be like careful about it, going about it as
Mm,
well. I
yeah.
mean, obviously, it's just. I mean, I trust them enough. I trust them enough that they'll make sure to not do it again. Oh, I killed a mosquito. Fuck yeah. Okay, so would you want to go on the topic that I typed in or the other one you typed?
What was the one? Oh, the no jumper.
No jumper or the. All
Yeah, yeah. Let's just get over with
right,
that one.
all right, bet.
So on another depressing news has come out. For the people who don't know who Adam 22 is, he's pretty much a dude who back then would interview rappers, artists, singers, famous people. He would interview them on the No Jumper podcast. Um, and he was very famous throughout the rap game, I guess you can say.
Yeah,
He has been doing this since 2015,
yeah.
2000. Yeah, it's something like around that time, probably further back. But um, turns out recent news has come out that when he was in his 20s, like 23, he was having I guess not sexual relations with the girl, but he was in a sort of relationship with the 16-year-old girl. And this wasn't the only thing that happened. It also turns out that when he met Lil Pump when he was 16, they went to a party and they pretty much fucked with a bunch of 16-year-old girls. The thing is that Lil Pump at that age, he was meeting up with the same girls his age, and No
Yeah.
Jumper is a little older than these females, and he kind of I think he had sex with one of them, or he probably was in like a like not relationship, but like talking towards the girl, as in if she was interested in doing it. And this is pretty bad because I mean, um, if you check his Twitter back in the day, he would preach about that young girls are more prettier than older girls, that he would love to have sex with a 18-year-old girl or something like that.
Huh.
It was just pretty much weird, creepy little, you know, tweets, and it's not good. This guy has been, well known throughout the game, and he's now sort of on put on trial for what has happened. You know, and to also talk about the no, I actually like the dude. I actually used to watch his shit, and I like No Jumper or Adam 22. I never thought that he was this sort of person. So when I found out about this news, I obviously kind of took it as, it's probably fake news. It's not real, or
Yeah.
it wasn't just a big fat lie. But it turns out no, it was true. Um, and he is definitely going to get a lot. Well, he's definitely had been getting a lot of backlash from that,
Yeah.
and it's also of him being exposed in his own podcast. Um, the one well the whole thing how it all came back was this one dude who calls himself the Perv Buster was in his podcast, and he was pretty much asking everyone there that why was No Jumper talking to a 16-year-old girl,
Yeah.
and everyone was just kind of like afraid of talking about it because obviously if you've not heard, No Jumper has previously have fired people from his podcast because of how they talk about him, how they all pretty much have talk shit about him pretty much, and he's fired them because of those reasons. And there's a lot of people who were in the podcast now. It responded back to his situation, and they're all kind of using that as a
Mm.
not as a scapegoat, but as a place to speak about what happened to them and how he's pretty much a dipshit. And it is very weird because I never thought in like a million years No Jumper was going to do something like this because dude has a wife,
Yeah.
dude has a wife, dude has a he has a child. I think he has like I think a boy or a girl. Well, he's a dad,
Yeah.
he's a dad. He is married, and he's not just someone who does podcasts or interviews. He's someone who does OnlyFans with his girlfriend, and it's like it kind of my first thought was like, okay, so dude is obviously having sex with a bunch of women, and his girlfriend is okay with it. Why is he still liking these little girls? Like, bro, you have every man's dream.
Uh-huh.
It's like, why are you still doing something like this? And it's like, he's a racist from what I've heard. There was this old clip of him saying the N word. He's a pedo.
Mm.
That's pretty obvious, and he's a liar.
Yeah.
He did lie about a lot of things, and it's kind of like, oh man, this is not good. it like the dude I legit I sort of like I liked him, but then this new thing, these news have come up against him. It's just like it's really bad, bro.
Yeah, low key, it kind of reminds me of like when that person you grew up watching just disappoints you. It kind of
Hmm.
reminds me of like I can mention, yeah, obviously I can mention like the mini lad situation where
Hmm.
I used to watch his content a lot, before said things went down, and then it turned out he was kind of a piece of shit. And it sucks
Yeah.
because you grew up watching certain people, and like you kind of grew with them, and then all of a sudden this happens, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
it's just awful.
Yeah, and it's not going good for him. There's just been a lot of videos pretty much exposing him for being a pedo and a liar and a racist, and it's it's kind of like the No Jumper podcast has gone to shit, and there's a lot of evidence against him. He's probably going to face some shit, and it's like, he has a family, and it's kind of like, why would you do this, bro? And it's kind of very disappointing for me because it's like someone that I used to watch, and like I stopped watching because I will kind of got bored of him, I guess, in a sense. But I just I don't understand why he would do such things like this. But hopefully there's some justice
Yeah.
towards this because this is not good.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And and I'm very disappointed on what happened.
Yep.
I don't like. Yep.
All right, so we kind of
Hmm.
turn it around a little bit for our next topic. Sorry, I'm taking out my food. We just got. Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what I did, Zeus? I
What?
did the most disgusting thing I could do, and I ordered Taco Bell.
Oh man.
How
I
could
like
you?
Taco Bell.
I mean, it's alright. I mean, I haven't had it in a while. It's because I didn't want, like, McDonald's or Jack, so I was like, yeah, fuck it. Get this thing.
Mm,
Not sponsored, by the way.
not sponsored.
But yeah, something that Zeus and I are both interested in. COD Zombies.
Hmm.
Kind of it's in limbo currently, unfortunately. But one of the things that's been keeping it alive, besides or you know what? Let's talk about the presidents and gaming, especially with zombies, because they've
Mm,
kind of popped up just out of the blue.
yeah.
Like I was watching a Mr. T Lexify video of them ranking the best zombies maps of all time.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's some funny ones, some dumb ones. Pretty much it made a mockery of each president. But the big one, which is going to go into what I'm about to talk about, is their discussion on the origins.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah, because
yeah,
sorry to cut you off.
no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, Bruce brought up the whole origins,
Hmm.
and I like origins. My favorite map.
Yeah, origins is
And
considered by many of the community as like one of the best. Were one of the best maps of all time. Some rank it as like the best.
hmm.
Some rank it as the worst. Right?
Mm,
It varies essentially. Right?
yeah.
It varies to person to person. But if I remember correctly, let me see the list real quick. They put, or from the video they saw from Lex or Mystery Lex Fi, they put Origins on the top tier, under Mob, above Shadows of Evil.
So,
Yeah, like I said, it's a good map. But what some people don't know, especially in the zombies community, is that there's a prominent speedrunning community in Origins. Now,
mm,
if you don't know, the whole premises of speedrunning is trying to beat something as fast as you can and trying to optimize every little thing that you can within the map. So, in this case, Origins is quite literally considered one of the more difficult maps to speedrun. Because keep in mind, when it first came out, it took about more than like 3 hours for people to complete it. And then all of a sudden, just the time went down. And currently, the world record for Origins, the speedrun, was broken twice.
Why? That's crazy.
Now, the first dude that broke it today, he got under 40 minutes. I think the official time was 39:21. 39:21.45 by Freckleton, and he's been a very prominent member of the speedrun community. I've seen him in Lex's videos a couple times, and he's cracked when it comes to like Origin speedruns. Now, as for the methods, I don't know, but within like a couple hours, literally, I think like an hour or so after, someone else beat the record.
Ooh.
And not only did they beat it, they nearly shaved off a little under a minute 30.
Minute 30?
Yeah, like a minute. So it went from, okay, so obviously my math's not right, but it went from 39:21 to 37:52. Can you imagine that? 37:52 to beat the Origins Easter egg.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of crazy because, like, I'll be honest, I've never completed the Origins Easter egg myself.
No?
But I know how difficult it can be for someone. And it's just insane. Like, I mean, because obviously these people that try it out, right? They go over and over and over again. Like, they do it several times a day, several hours, to try to perfect, find ways to cut through, optimize several steps, just to get a better time. I mean, heck, with one fuck up, they'll restart the whole thing, even if they're at the beginning or at the very end. And it's like so crazy.
It's one of those things. There's this one YouTuber. Forgot his name. I think it was LL Steve LL, and he did some like world record. Well, not world record, but he did like hold on, let me look up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, he did world record. Easter egg speed runs. He would do like round 1 to round 100. Let me look at his like origins. I forget his origins. His origins was 1 hour and 1 hour and like I think it says two minutes. But yeah, that was his world record. But like you said, what was it again?
Currently, the new world record is at 37:52. These people
37.
literally shaved off more than 20 minutes off of his world record.
Yeah.
Not that he held it previously, but I mean, that's a drastic change. And when was that video uploaded?
Oh no, that was 5 years ago.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, this is new. Because there's this one video I just see 37 and 42 minutes. And it's the Origins BO2 solo Easter egg speedrun. And
Oh yeah, these guys did it on BO3.
Oh, they did it on BO3? There's this one guy who did it on BO2.
Damn.
Yeah. His name is Scotty Dogs 007.
Oh, that's the guy that got the BO3 one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that is pretty cool. Because I do love Origins. I do think if you haven't played that map, you should. You really should. It's really good. It's a good map.
Yeah, but you have to get good though.
I've not done the Easter egg. I've been wanting to do the Origins Easter egg, but we haven't had the time. It's because we want to do the Shadows of Evil.
Yeah, we have a lot of conflicting schedules.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, one day we'll do them.
Hmm.
But for the time being, that holds one of the world record. Origins Easter egg speed run, and it's kind of cool. I do love that that map gets a lot of love
Hmm.
because it deserves it, and I love playing BO3. I love playing it with my friends.
Yeah.
I would love to do a speed run with them.
Oh boy. First, we gotta complete it first before we do that.
Yeah, well, one day we'll have it one day.
Yeah. I wonder what's the Origins 4 player? Let me see. Let me see. Origins Easter egg speedrun 4 player. So let me see. From what I could see, one says under 20 minutes.
Under 20 minutes?
Yep,
Oof,
and that's 4 player.
that's foreplay. No, we're not gonna be able to.
Bro, like we would have to know every little detail of
Oh yeah.
how to fucking optimize that shit. And even then, I think
Oh yeah.
somebody would fuck up.
Oh yeah. No yeah. We could do definitely the Easter egg. Will
Speedrun
take
though.
a longer. Yeah.
Speedrun's gonna take a while. Oh.
Yeah, but it's amazing. World record, amazing, bro. Still to this day, zombies is still a thing.
Oh yeah. But
Mhm.
the current state of it though is kind of
Mhm.
like I don't know. I kind of feel like zombies currently are in the limbo of they don't know what they want.
They don't know what they want.
Because I'm gonna be
I
honest.
guess in a sense they do know what they want. They want the old, zombies, nostalgia
Which
with
is
the,
yeah, which is a
it's
big issue. Because if you
it's
cl-
very hard
yeah, because
to
if you
bring that back.
well, that's the thing, right? If you cling on to nostalgia for too long, you won't be able to evolve and adapt. Like, if I were honest, I don't think Zombies needs a Zombie Chronicles 2.
Mm,
I think it needs to breathe new life. It needs a new direction to go into to strive.
yeah.
Because right now, Zombies is kind of dead in the water, and we're waiting for Treyarch, who will probably
Yeah.
publish their game next year, if anything.
Mm,
But you know, we're left oh well, why don't they innovate? Why don't they do something different? And here's the thing, right? They tried to do something different. It's just that BO4 was a big failure.
mhm.
And then Cold War came around, and then there was mixed reviews about it. And the thing is, it's kind of hard to satisfy people with what they want, right? Because obviously, sometimes you're gonna have to cater to one community compared to the other, and then when you do, the other one feels left out, and you leave a chunk out. So it's like a double-edged sword. It's kind of difficult to find a medium between oh, let's help the casuals, but let's also go with the tryhards as well that try
Oh
to do
yeah.
speed runs, um, high rounds, and all that shit. It's difficult. Also,
Mhm.
a bit of a rant on it, right? Why the fuck
Mhm.
do they nerf wonder weapons after the fact? After it's been, you know, after the game's not been touched for years.
Wait, nerf the Wonder Woman?
Well, think about it, right? A couple a year or so after Horizon, they nerfed the lightning bow. It was a lot more powerful.
Now they just turned it into shit. Why?
No, it's not shit. It's still the better of the
Oh,
bows, but
it's still.
but it was
Mm,
a lot more. It was stronger.
oh.
Same thing with the Slickle fire.
Mhm.
The Slickle fire was pretty good, and then they nerfed it a while ago. Like I'm saying, I don't get why they go back and nerf wonder weapons. If anything, I understand, oh, you shouldn't make wonder weapons too OP because it kind of defeats some of the purpose. But wonder weapons are meant to be fucking strong as fuck.
Yeah.
We're,
Well, There's some that when you use them, they usually shouldn't be at that low. Cause I mean, to be fair, Thunder Gun is OP. You know, they just blast them out of anywhere. You know, just
Mm.
and then the bows are obviously kind of good. It depends on which one. I do think the Wolf and Lightning are the most powerful bows. The staffs too are very, useful wonder weapons. The only powerful would be the wind and the lightning staff. And again, like the ice staff is pretty shit, but
Mm.
that's just me.
Do you know which one's been most disrespected though?
Which one?
The fucking ray gun.
Well, I mean, the ray gun has always had like its issue with if you were to shoot in a zombie close, it would also hurt you, because of
Yeah,
the
but at the same
impregnability.
time though, why is it so weak? And like the okay, so because obviously like when it comes to like if I remember correctly, if it goes to like 100, right, it
Mm.
starts working around 30 or 40 between that threshold. Like the ray gun would last for a while, right? Maybe it's like the 50s. Why the fuck did it get like nerfed?
I don't know, bro.
So fucking like.
It takes a lot of skill
Mm.
nowadays if you are willing to play zombies. It takes a lot of skill to play um with those wonder weapons, especially the ones that they like, nerfed. I do think that it is very frustrating because it's they could really fix a lot of things right now into zombie maps, and one of those things is they just kind of fuck up that certain thing,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like why,
Yep.
and I do think that it's always been that way. It's always been zombies. It's usually mostly about skill. You must have to reach that higher round or to do the Easter egg or to level up.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the times it's just to have friends with your friends, and usually to either stream the gameplay or just to play custom maps. If
Mm-hmm.
anybody who has a PC and has Black Ops 3 or you should get it. You should play the custom maps. They're a lot of fun. I think in my opinion, custom maps should really bring back the community because it's very addicting and it's fun. It's something that a lot of people would like. One of
Mm-hmm.
the other things that I think that they should bring back is the story of the the Ether story. They should bring it back. One of the
Mm-hmm.
issues that it's had recently is just the story shit. It's like it finished, but then it continued, and it's like, why should you continue? Just
That's why.
they kind of, yeah.
That's why I saw the potential in Chaos, man. Chaos had potential. Like it could have gone somewhere, but the
Separate
community.
story.
I think the story was getting good. The problem was the community was upset that it was split between, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they were upset with
You know,
Revelations, and then they tried to fix it, but it didn't work.
mm-mm.
Like on God, I feel like Chaos. If they let it cook for a while, it would have been a great story.
Mm.
It would have been. I mean, Ancient Evil is probably the one of the better maps of BO4, next to 9, obviously. Fuck. What's the other one? Voyage of
What?
Despair.
Voyage of Despair?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that map. But like,
The thing about the Chaos story is that they started
out of
the
order.
map. Yeah, they start with like the the sequel, and they start with the end.
Mm-hmm.
Then they released the prequel and the sequel to the sequel,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's kind of like, all right, we got the ending, and now they're just releasing these maps, because well, they obviously didn't organize the story.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think they should have held on to it. Like, they should not have had it like day one.
Uh, yeah, Black Ops 4 Zombies kind of, it was really, there's only like a few maps that were good, and the only good map in the Ether story for Black Ops 4. I think it was. I think it was Classified.
Mm.
Yeah, because I played Classified, and it was nostalgia. Playing the 5 map.
Mm.
5 was really good. And Blood of the Dead, it was kind of
Oh. So
yeah,
much
it was
hype.
a shit.
It was so much
So much
hype,
hype.
only to
So much hype.
fall so flat. Like,
Yeah, I think Bruce can speak on it more because
bro,
I just have one.
the level of hype, right? You had all the big zombies YouTubers, like,
Mm-hmm.
literally drooling at this beautiful trailer from Blood of the Dead.
Oh yeah, it's like who's gonna die? Who's gonna die?
And they somehow fucked it.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, it could have been that they changed too much in the BO4 edge, because let's face it, elixirs, the fuck is that? Fuck that. Keep the gobblegums.
Mm-hmm.
The gobblegums work.
And to bring up the Gobblegums, one of the things that they fucked up too was they brought in new perks and they took out some perks.
Oh yeah,
And it was just like, why, bro?
the
Why would
crutch,
they do
the
this?
crutch perk system, yeah.
God, that was so dumb too. Because
But
it's like they took out Jug, they took out Speed, and they took out Double Tap. They
mhm.
also took out like other perks, and then they brought up like new perks, and it was just like these perks are just so
They're watered
like
down.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Like, it was
This
absolute,
is
like,
shit.
it was absolute bullshit.
Yep.
Like, you can't, okay, you could change some of the fundamentals, but don't alternate them entirely.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I mean, there is a reason why um people went for those perks. It's because they were kind of viable to, like, whatever was going on. But then they changed it into, like, fucking. Let me look it up real quick. What did they change the other perks to? BO4 perks. They had so many, bro. I remember there was one of a turtle.
There's
There was one.
death perception. I think that's where it pretty much predicted your death, but it was kind of dumb because like, okay, so the zombie's coming from the window. He's coming, but I have one like just coming from my
Yeah.
left. I'm already gonna die. So what's the point of
Okay.
having this perk?
So, off a Reddit post, right?
Um,
So we had
mhm,
Winter's Wail, Quick Revive, Electric Burst, which is just Electric Cherry. Dying Wish was
mhm.
like a who's who type of shit. Not really who's who, but, like, gave you an extra boost of life. Stamina Up, one of the OGs. Uh, Blood Wolf Bite. What the fuck? Zombie Shell. Stone Cold Stronghold. PhD Slider. Time Slip. Deadshot Dealer, which is Deadshot Daiquiri. Uh, Bandolier Bandit. Mule Kick. Death Perception. Ethereal Razor. Blaze Face, and Vicious. Victorious Tortoise.
Mhm.
And honestly, nobody really remembers any of the perks besides the three that remained, the three originals and the ones that were, like, recreated. But, like, it made no sense to, like,
Yeah,
use these. I understand that, like, Blundell wanted to try something different, but, like, you kind of took out, like, the good parts. You don't
yeah.
you don't fundamentally change the good parts. You gotta, let it fester. Now, obviously, it sounds hypocritical on my end because, like, oh, you need to change, you need to adapt. But there's always some fundamentals you got to keep in mind. Oh, hold on. Hey, podcast. Look, Kaylee's called.
Mm.
What's up,
Hey man, you good?
bro? We're in the podcast. What do you want?
What fucking podcast?
We've been doing the podcast. We're in the bullpen cinema.
Ugh.
No one told me that.
Boo hoo.
Mm, mm, mm,
I hung up on her, but anyhow.
but again, yeah. All right. Well, back to the whole Black Ops
Mm,
zombies. Like I was saying, the community should be brought back. I do think there's a very high potential to bring back this community. Black Ops 4 obviously had the downfall of it
mm,
because it ended the story, but then they decided to continue it. and now it's like it's everywhere now. I don't even know where the story is right now.
Yeah, Cold War. It was a moderate success. It had room for improvement, but
Yeah.
Vanguard fucked it.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened. It ruined itself when
Mm.
it just like it got released. It was just already bad. The only thing right now that's happening in Call of Duty is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and there's nothing, you know, about it that I don't know, bro. Like,
It's only if you're into like Warzone multiplayer or even like the Spec Ops, which is kind of
yeah,
I don't know. I haven't tried Spec Ops, so I can't really say if I like it or not. Warzone, it's a little bit sweaty.
Yeah, it's so crazy because nowadays I don't hear like Call of Duty being talked about, but there's people who definitely play it, but I just don't hear it as much as how it was back then, you know.
Oh.
I do think that it should be brought back again, the zombies community, the zombies as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
I know Deviation Games is gonna do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
We're very excited. Me and Bruce are excited to see what they have installed, and again to the whole zombies thing. Me and Bruce will forever love zombies. Call of Duty Zombies is something that will always be in our hearts and that we love.
Mm-hmm. Which I just hope that it actually prospers into something new.
Yeah.
Like in all honesty, next the Ether story or the Dark Ether story. Next it starts fresh. Give us like a new set of characters. I'm not sure if they're gonna use operators, but give us a new set of characters to make us care. Give us an origin story. Give us something that like brings us in, gives us some intrigue.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest,
I guess.
at first I was interested in Vanguard Zombies because of the potential it had, and then just dead. But I feel like Treyarch could take it to a different direction and make something new.
Mm. But yeah, that'll be most of the zombies subject.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, we've been recording for an hour and a half. It's a lot less than that other time.
Yeah. Is there anything else? Oh,
I think. Oh, I mean, I guess I could talk about that bill.
yeah.
Okay. So now, you could probably look at this depending on like, or you could pay attention to this. I'm pretty sure I recommend it. But essentially, in the U.S., there's been some stuff going down, in particular for TikTok. Now, if you don't know, TikTok is originated in China, and it's run through this parent company called ByteDance in the U.S. Now, there's been some suspicions that some of our people that use TikTok, I know Zeus and I use TikTok, he use TikTok, a lot of our friends do, that have said that some of our information has been sold to the Chinese, essentially.
Yeah.
Now, this new bill that's being enacted, the S686 bill, which is also might be known as the Restrict bill, is trying to ban apps like TikTok from existing in the U.S. But it says that this type of thing might also ban more than just TikTok. So pretty much, it states about how the bill is trying to prohibit certain applications that may be considered espionage, or pretty much information that that gets your stuff from the app and then gives it to another country. Now, according to the bill, some of the foreign adversaries or the people that they're questioning, countries that they're questioning, is the People's Republic of China, the Republic of Cuba, Islamic Republic of Iran, Democratic Peoples of Korea, the Russian Federation, and the Venezuelan regime under their current president, I believe. And it talks about how essentially that they're afraid that the TikTok app, like I was saying earlier, is gathering information, using their algorithms to push possible propaganda on the people that use it. So, like for example, like they're saying like, oh, if China owns it, that they're pushing certain things into people's algorithms to possibly maybe start a rebellion or maybe go against the very government that the people are with or have. And it gets even crazier because if let's say this bill goes through, right, because right now it's still in the planning stages, and they're currently wondering like, oh, what type of punishments that some people might get. Well, if I could tell you, some of the punishments include, which is, by the way, if this bill passes and you access the apps, which by the way, the apps that they're talking about are from countries developed from the countries listed as the foreign adversaries, right? If you were to use these apps, it could be used to try to spy on your, on your devices. Anything that has Wi-Fi could be your computer, your phone, even your Ring doorbell can be used to give away the U.S. to spy on you guys. From what I remember, or from what I saw. And apparently, if you are caught trying to access these apps, you could be hit with a 20-year imprisonment and a $250,000 fine. Now, this also includes if you're trying to use a VPN as well. If you try to use a VPN, same punishment, or I think it's a little bit worse. But if they suspect that you did it like knowingly, that fine will go up to $1 million. And also, it also gives the federal government to monitor any activities used by the devices that was apparently accessed. So let's say you use TikTok on your phone, right? They can use that phone as a gateway to your other devices to check it out. Check out your stuff.
Yeah.
And literally they'll go through your router and everything in your house that uses Wi-Fi. Now, you think that's bad? You should listen to this part. Now, if it goes through, the president will have to appoint somebody. And according to the bill, right, but this individual will be known as a Secretary of Communication, and the secretary gets to choose who's in their like cabinet or their group, right? And they don't have to disclose any type of meetings to the public. And literally, they could ban and deem anything inappropriate. And they could go, and if so, because this could happen to anybody, they could go through your DMs, your text messages, your emails, and censor you. And it's really bad, considering, because, like, a lot of people, obviously, like, a lot of people use TikTok and whatnot. A lot of people use a bunch of other things, right? And it's like I kind of understand and I see, like, where the use is coming from. But, like, I personally, I haven't seen any type of, like, malware or some other shit that, like, whatchamacallit. I haven't seen any Chinese propaganda on my stuff. And by the way, I want to go back to the Congress because they questioned the one that made TikTok, right? Which was originally Musically, some of you boomers.
Yeah, that's an old app, just as mine.
Yeah, Musically. I mean, TikTok and Musically should have died, but but
I'll say this for sure. TikTok is better than that app. Oh my god, that shit was so trash. It was so garbage.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that they could also monitor you and what you're doing 24/7. So that could also include like by the way, this is without even informing you guys. So that includes things as in your router, your video game streaming apps, smart thermostats, ring cameras, basically anything that uses the internet. Like I said earlier, they can use a spy on you. But again, going back to that other thing, there was this other bill that was proposed recently as well. On top of that bill, which is the HR 1153 bill. Now it kind of falls into the same thing, right? Of if these things are used, right, you're like they're trying to ban it pretty much, right? And but going back to that court case, I think it was the guy that made TikTok. I think he was put in front of Congress, and let me tell you, Congress doesn't know what they're doing in terms of the internet stuff. From what I heard, they don't ask the right questions. It kind of reminds me of this thing that happened back in like 2018, I think, when loot boxes were the crave.
Oof.
I remember Mr. Waffles covered it, where they had brought in this individual, to testify for said company, right? And these old people were asking the wrong questions. Now, fast forward to now. The same thing happened, right? Where these congressmen not only did not ask the right questions, but probably exposed themselves. A lot of them were talking about why they were getting certain things. Kind of like how Sneako defends cuties. Yeah, we're talking about that level of situation with some of the legislator and congressmen that said that we're getting this type of content. Why is that? When the dude explains to them that it's catered to whatever they like.
Yeah.
That also includes why they also talked about how they got some of their homosexual stuff on their shit. And again, the dude responded with, "Well, it's based on things you have, liked. The algorithm pushes content that you may like, and shows you more of them." So it kind of just put more nails in the congressman than the guy that they're questioning. Like the dude literally 1v30'd a whole board. But yeah. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention. The other reason they want to ban TikTok is because they're saying it has a possibility to interfere in the U.S. Or Democratic elections or allied elections. Apparently, they're saying that the Chinese app or the apps of the sovereign foreign adversaries, right, could, and I quote, facilitate and contribute to military intelligence, espionage, censorship activities, surveillance activities, control or use of recommendation algorithms that are capable to manipulate content, malicious cyber activities, or use of data to target audiences for information campaigns. Right? Now, obviously, it just pretty much seeing the potential threat of like TikTok, right, and ByteDance, which is the U.S. partner company. But what did they do with like Facebook and Instagram, or the ones that run Facebook and Instagram, Meta? Because Meta did the same thing.
They didn't. It kind of fell. Meta just fell. It wasn't just something.
No, it's not that Meta fell. I'm talking about more so like Facebook and Instagram. Like both of them sold information to foreign countries. Information about you, me, even our other friends. I'm pretty sure they have a Facebook and Instagram as well, and Snapchat even. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's hypocritical in a sense, like that these guys want to ban something like TikTok, right? But at the same time, they're gonna continue to allow like, Meta, or I guess Facebook in this case, right?
Yeah.
Like an American company, Meta, which owns like both Facebook and Instagram, is selling, our data to China as well. And like in the bill, which is the was it the HR 1153 bill? right?
Yeah.
There's no mention of Meta at all.
Really?
None of it.
Mm.
So
Okay.
I don't know. Like it kind of seems critical, but okay. So also, by the way, I've been quoting this guy on TikTok, just so I'll probably put his TikTok in the description as well. Say
Mhm.
hey James or at say hey James. He's the one that's been providing this information. If you want to look at the full video, and he even provides a full link to said proposed bill,
Mm.
and he recommends, and I'm quoting him from his video, that you call up your, if you don't think that the bill is correct or you don't think that the bill should be passed, that you should call your local like Congress, city or your local what's it called, city officials. Yeah, city,
Mm.
your local city officials, and pretty much tell them, hey, you should probably reconsider voting for this. If not, and by the, I'm quoting his video. If you don't reconsider, I'll be voting for the other uh party.
Yeah.
Again, all this is quoting his video, not my words. But I mean, if you're okay with it, yeah, stay with it. All good.
Yeah. The thing about the whole TikTok, from what I heard, obviously I just know this few information, but um it was pretty much that if you were to use it on a Wi-Fi, area, like let's say I went to my the I should have
So,
well the if I were to go to my my family's house and they have like their oh if they if they have the
sorry, just repeat that.
um as like I was saying, I found out that if you were to use your the app TikTok on your phone, like around your Wi-Fi area, like let's say in my house, I use the app and it pretty much collects every information that my other devices that are connected to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And if I were to go in like my family's, my other family's house and they have Wi-Fi and I connect to the internet and I use TikTok, it kind of gathers information from that place too because it's connected to the Wi-Fi and it's kind of like getting everything from your phone, your password, your email, your purchases, your bank account. It's pretty bad. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, sorry.
But
Go on.
but yeah, yeah, the whole thing, it is really bad. It's very scary, and it's like Bruce said, it's something. Oh my god. And like I said, yeah, should be more wary about TikTok. It's pretty scary.
Sorry, one more time.
That TikTok is probably one of the scariest apps right now, and people should be very wary about it. Like how,
Oh yeah, most
what's the
definitely.
word? It's very to be very protective over the app,
Hmm.
and to definitely vote. Like Bruce said,
Hmm.
take the time and vote
Yep. And
because
also
it's pretty serious.
read on it. Read on it yourself, because sometimes it's best to read about the information yourself and educate yourself on it.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Hmm.
So anything else we should add before we depart?
One thing I wanted to add, um, turns out, making this one video, kind of want to talk about it. So who has watched my videos, in the Rack Center 47 channel? I do this thing called Playboy Review. I just I review over anything of any sort, depending on video game, movie, TVs, um, music, like anything of the sort. Pretty much. I review almost everything that piques my interest. Um, I do usually talk about it. Just and so you know there's this one recent project that I'm doing that um that I'm doing that I'm very excited to do. Uh, and I forget what.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the review is about Attack on Titan, and
Uh-huh.
I'm very excited to release it to the public because this is a review that I've been actually working hard on.
Yeah.
Um, I'm very excited to see how people react. There's a lot of clips. I'm going to say this right now. There's a lot of clips that I use from other YouTube creators. So I'm obviously going to give them the full credit for, even though I probably
Oh
didn't
yeah.
ask for their, shit, I'm still going to give them full credit because it's their video and you know, I still want to give, the full credit for, having to be able to put this in my video.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
And this whole review is pretty much one of the biggest work I've done. I am interested in doing more good reviews because the lately my reviews have been kind of shit. I've been not been really good with them and like kind of been lazy with them, and I try not to be lazy with that work. And the only review that I've really liked so far was the Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
And the least one was the God of War, because I should have gone more on the God of War Ragnarok, and I do apologize for that. It's just, um, I didn't have a lot of shit to talk about in the God of War review, but the Chainsaw Man, I kind of went into it a little bit, and I am excited to release this Attack on Titan review. Definitely, we'll probably release it before Attack on Titan finally finishes the anime,
Oh, also for
or
me, it gave
probably
me all our properties.
or probably finish it after because I don't know which one I should release
She was
because
suffering.
like around that time I don't know which like what time I should before or after, but would love to do it before because I feel like if I release it after it's gonna be like this is already old news, but
Hmm.
who knows, I might release it after the show finishes or before the show finishes. But I am very excited to release that video because I'm actually like really working hard on it, and it's like I really want to receive criticism on it and actual um views on it because it's something that I'm actually working hard on, and I really 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 hope it does get decent views because it's a video that I hopefully will a lot of people will enjoy, and I hope that everyone sees it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And hopefully, for me on my end, I hope like after the ban, I think hopefully we'll have like more content. Like I'm planning to record quite a bit, and I'm hoping that I don't stagger on the record because currently I nearly have a video done, which by the way was gonna be either uploaded today or yesterday if it wasn't for the ban, or today or
Yeah.
tomorrow if it wasn't for the ban.
Mhm.
Uh, I mean, I was gonna do this for the I was gonna do this for the recording, but um, maybe we should gather some of the group and try the Origins Easter egg.
No, that should be fun.
The question is when though, because I think we gotta do it this week.
Yeah, we can do it this week. I will say on Thursday I'm probably gonna go see John Wick, and
Uh,
I'm gonna do a review on that
I
one
mean,
too.
I'm closing that day, so you're
Yeah,
probably good.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
that's gonna be it for today.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all.
Yep. So don't worry. There'll probably be another episode. Probably won't take a year this time after
Yeah,
this.
probably won't.
But yeah.
I do like doing this. So.
Oh yeah. We just gotta find the topics though. Well,
Like this,
go on.
these topics were just brought up. I brought them up, and we kind of went along with the things right now.
Yeah.
And it's something that me and Bruce should look forward to researching more, and giving more getting more people in here.
Yeah.
I do like it when it's me and him talking, because I do like it. But I would like it more if people were here. But yeah, that should be the end.
Yep.
Of today's episode.
Most likely for next time, there'll probably be like at least 4 people in here.
Yeah.
So yeah. Big thank you to Zeus or the Raxner on his YouTube. Check him out. He uploads a lot more frequently than I do, as of right now, and he has a lot of good content. This man beats me in views each time.
No, I don't.
He beats me, but his content is pretty good. Go check it out. And obviously, like and subscribe to his channel, and also if you're new around here, like and subscribe to mine as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, these podcasts maybe a little bit more frequent than the past. It'll be a little bit spaced out, but I do believe that I'll try to get the ball rolling again. So yeah, again, if you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. Let us know what other topics we could talk about. And yeah, I think this should be the end of it. This is BullsareBlue and the Raxner 47. Signing out. Thank you for listening and watching. Bye.
Bye.